Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's yoga class. Next week it'll be a recorded version. So we're going to start tonight on the floor. Make sure that you are physically fit to do this class, that you haven't got any high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems. If you feel sick at any time, make sure that you stop. If you get hot really quickly, stop. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. So again, stop. We're going to start on our mat. We're going to lie ourselves down so that we can start off on the floor, and we're just going to place our hands on our two parts of our chest and breathing out and trying to feel the breath coming in to the bottom and into the top. You can always give yourself a hug and feel the breath more into the sides, or you can think about it pushing into the back, whatever you feel is better for you. But I want you to just forget about the day and bring yourself to this time. So we're taking ourselves down. If you want, you can keep the knees bent. Make sure you can see me. Yeah. Okay. So, letting the hands relax, tucking the chin in. Start always with a breath out. We're going to do one more breath in and one more breath out. We're going to take our hands and place them down, palms up. You can still carry on the same breathing technique if you want. We're going to work on our neck. So you're going to tuck the neck in, keeping the head on the floor, but tuck the chin right in so that you feel the neck stretch, but you'll also feel the arch in that back a little bit more. How does that affect the breathing? And then we're going to bring it back to centre. So we're going to take the head back as far as it will go, but keeping everything down. And again, how does that affect the breathing? Let's bring the head back to centre. So keeping the chin tucked in, we're just going to turn and look over the shoulder. Keeping both shoulders down. How does it affect the breathing? And bring it back to centre. and over to the other side. Centre. So keeping the head on the floor, keeping the shoulder on the floor, keep the chin tucked in, but bringing the ear towards the shoulder. We don't want the chin lifting up, and we don't want to squeeze the arms up, so pushing the hands towards the floor. The nose should be pointing up towards the ceiling. How does that affect the breathing? And bring it back and over to the other side. But keeping that chin tucked down, not letting it go up towards the ceiling. And bring it back to centre. Take the arms out in line with the shoulders, turn the palms flat down, bring the knees and the feet together, keep the butt back on the floor. We're going to bring the knees over to one side, keeping them together, the knees and the feet. We don't want them to come undone. It doesn't matter if they don't go to the floor. If we can, we turn and we look in the opposite direction to our knees. You'll feel this through the lower part of the spine and the waist. We're going to bring it back to centre. And we're going to take it over the other side. And bending the knees, looking down towards the legs. And then we're bringing it back to centre. And we're going to take it over the other side. Now if you want, you can keep the feet on the floor, especially if they didn't go to the floor. But if they did, and they didn't come apart, you can lift them off the floor, and this makes it a little bit harder. But you want the shoulders to stay down. So even if they hang in the air, that's okay. So we're going to take it over to the side. Keeping them knees together, keeping that shoulder on the floor, letting the body relax down. Now we're bringing it back to centre and the head, and we're taking it over the other side, keeping everything together, keeping this shoulder down on the floor. And we're bringing it back in and bringing the feet down. So we're going to roll the feet straight, and then we're going to roll ourselves over onto our belly. So bringing our hands underneath our shoulders, And we're bringing ourselves into Sphinx to stretch the upper part of the spine. So we're letting our head drop down first, and then as we breathe in, we're lifting the head up, we're pushing the elbows back, pushing the chest forward. You'll feel the stretch. If you can, lift that chin up, give it a bruising, and you'll feel it pull right from the belly. And then we're going to turn the elbows out, let our body come back down. And then we're bringing ourselves back up. So this time we're going to push into the top of our feet to lift our knees as well, so we're engaging them legs. So again, start off with the head down. Breathe in, lift the head up, pull the shoulders back, slide the elbows, lift the knees, give the chin a bruising. Make sure you're breathing. And then roll it down. We're taking our hands underneath. We're going to push to our knees. And then we're taking ourselves down into child. Now don't let your elbows drop. Keep lifting the elbows. Let the head drop towards the floor. Keep lifting them, trying to pull the shoulder blades back towards each other. And then roll yourself up to here. Let's bring ourselves onto our bum. So we're going to move with this. We're going to flow a little bit, not too much, don't worry, to work our legs. So we're going to start with our feet turned in, and we're going to breathe out, pull our toes back, breathe out and reach forward. So we're trying to go into a chin beyond knee. Then we're breathing in, we're lifting that leg and we're taking it out to the side. We're still breathing in, sorry. And then we're breathing out, we're going over to the side. We're breathing in as we're lifting and we're bringing it into cradling lotus, and we breathe out. We're breathing in, placing the foot down and breathing out, taking it round the back. We're breathing in, we're undoing the legs, and we're breathing out, reaching forward. We're breathing in, we're coming back up. Okay? So we're going to work with our breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do one more. And bring it back in. Bring them feet in. Lovely. So, you've got the arm, got the shoulders, got the legs. So we're just going to take it down onto our toes. Bringing ourselves into hero pose. If you need to, if you find this is a bit too much, try pulling the toes and stretching them away from each other. Now you can try one at a time or two at a time. I'll stay this way. So from there you're lifting your knee off the floor. So you'll feel it kind of stretching the front of your leg. And then if you want, you can do the two. And bring it down. So we're going to tuck the toe. So we're coming up, we're tucking our toe and we're sitting down. We're keeping the one down. We can always lift that knee up and bring that knee down. If the knee comes up, you're trying to push it down. And we're coming off. Let's try the other side. Tuck the toe, bring the cheek onto the heel. You'll see the knee lifts. Try and push the knee to the floor. If it doesn't go, it doesn't matter. You'll feel as soon as you start doing it that you're stretching that point of the leg. And then if you can, you're going to try and do both. So you're sitting back onto your tiptoes. And then you're lifting up and down. Give a nice stretch to the toes. So from here, we're pushing back and bringing ourselves into a forward bend. Let your body have a little shake, a little movement. You can bend the knees. Just moving side to side, letting the head and the upper body go. And then we're going to bend the knees, lift the head, breathe in, lift ourselves up, stretch back. and bring the hands back down. So we're going to go into sun salutation. We're going to take our 5 breaths. We're going to do sun salutation only twice because of the time, so I can get as much stuff in as I can. When I go back next week, it will be 4 for the back at hands word. So, bringing ourselves with our feet underneath and our knees in line. Pull up the toes, engage the thighs, the inside, the outside, the back thighs, the bottom, the pelvic floor, the abdominal, the shoulders back and down, chest pulled back, neck pulled in, chin pulled in. Bring the hands together in prayer. Push the hands together. Feel that energy working all the way around in a circle around the upper body. Close your eyes if you can. What do you want? So, here we go. We're breathing in and lifting up, reaching back. Breathing out into a forward bend. Breathing in to a half bend. Step back. With your right foot, let your hips drop down. Lift up if you can into warrior lunge. Feel the stretch through the front of the thigh. Bring the hands down, step back into down dog. Use them fingertips to push, pull the shoulder blades together. Come up onto your tiptoes and roll forward into plank. If you need to, you can always drop the knees, drop the elbows and lift it into cobra. Shoulders pulling back, chin looking up. You can push to them knees and then lift to down dog. Lift that left leg up, stretch it up. Have a look underneath, reach it back. Pull it in towards the chest, look forward, step it between your hands. Then we can come to here, you can keep the arms down if you want to. We're bringing it round. We're stepping in into a forward bend. Bend the knees, stretch the arms, lift up. Here we go again. Breathe out. Breathe in. 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 And breathe out. Breathe in. Bring the hands together. Breathe out. Lovely. So, we're going to take it into warrior 1, then warrior 2, warrior 3. We're going to try and hold this. So you, even though we're holding, you can still move with it. If I've got... Oh, hi, Sati. Yeah, so you can move with it if you want to. You don't have to be rigid. So if we start with warrior 1, we'll start facing forward and we'll step back into it. So we're stepping back with our foot. We're making sure that we can bring that the hips stay forward, but the heel can go down. We may have to turn the foot slightly. It doesn't matter as long as the heel's down, the hips are forward. We're tilting, so we don't want to be sticking our bum out. We want our heel, our bum underneath, and we want to push into the front of our knee. Tighten up our pelvis, pulling our pelvic floor. We can stay here, we can bring the elbows back, lift the chin up, or we can turn the thumbs back, lift them up, and reach them back. Hold it here. Keep pulling them shoulder blades together, keep pushing into that front knee, keep pushing down with the back foot. Okay. 15 seconds to go. And then we're going to drop the arms, bring ourselves up to a straight position, step our foot in. Should be a killer on them arms. We've got to do the other leg now. So, remember, if it was too much on the arms, take the arms out. Step the foot back, place the heel down, keep everything in line, push into the front knee, pull the shoulders back, lift the chin up, turn them arms, bring them up, reach them back. Make sure you're breathing. And then we're going to bring the arms down. Bring the body up to more straight, straightening that front leg. Bringing ourselves forward. Feel that tingle through the arms. So, we're going to take ourselves into Warrior 2, do the same thing. We're taking our feet nice and wide. We can hold on to our hips. We're going to turn our foot out and bend the knee. Now again, if we need to, we can adjust that foot if we find that we're coming over the front knee, going too far. But you still want to keep pulling that hip back, even if you have to adjust the foot to suit you. Squeeze everything in. Again, you can keep the hands here, or you can take them out and you're turning them thumbs up, palms up, stretching out. Look over that front hand. Try not to let that back arm drop, even though we're not looking at it. Make sure you're pushing down through the outside edges of the foot. That you're not leaning over the front leg, that you feel nice and balanced. Imagine as you're breathing, the arms pulling out as you're breathing in, and as you're breathing out, the arms coming back in towards you. So 15 seconds left. And then we're dropping them arms. We're bringing that knee to straight. We're bringing the foot back. So let's do the other side. So turning that foot out, bend the knee, probably think, oh, don't bother that. Keeping that in, shoulders back and down, turn the palms up, reach the hand out, hold it here. Seconds left. So we're dropping the arms, we're bending and straightening the knee, bringing the foot round. Walk them feet in. Lovely. Give yourself a little shake. So we're going to take it into Warrior 3, which is a balance. I'm not probably going to go very far because I'm going to turn and look at the clock as well. And my feet probably won't go off the floor too far, so don't worry if yours don't either. So, finding a spot on the floor. Take the other one foot back, tighten up the legs that you're standing on, pulling all the muscles. Bring the shoulders back, keep the hands down. I'm going to keep my hands down the first one to give my arms a rest, and I'll bring them up on the second one. So, from here, we're just flexing the foot, pushing the foot away, keeping them nice and straight there. Hold it here. Keep pulling them shoulders back. Seconds left. Keep pushing that foot out. And bring it back up. Give your feet a little shake. I'm going to bring my hands up this time. Woo! So, tighten up all the muscles. Bringing the shoulders back, take that leg back so that you know which one you're doing. Tighten up the muscles. Bring the arms up. I'm going to go sideways so I can see the clock as well. And then flex. Hold it there. Seconds left. Bring yourself back up. Take the arms down. Give your legs a little shake. So we're going to take it up to standing head to knee. Now don't worry, we're just going to do standing leg. We're just going to stand on one leg, so tighten up the leg that we're going to stand on, and we're going to lift the leg up so that it's in line with our hip. We can hold on to the leg underneath. Squeeze the legs in, tighten up the body, pull the stomach muscles in. Hold it here, flex that foot. And then we're taking it down. We're going to try the other side. So again, tighten everything up. Bring the leg up so it's in line with your hips. Grab hold underneath, hold it there, shoulders back, flex the foot. And remember, if you've got anything, a chair or anything there, you can always balance your the next bit on there or up against the wall. And bring it down. So we're going to straighten this leg out. Don't worry if you haven't got a band. When I go back to Handsworth, we won't be able to borrow, I won't be getting people to borrow stuff. I won't be bringing any of my bands, so I won't be asked doing things with bands. So we're going to try and do it without. So we're bringing the weight onto the one leg, tighten everything up, bring it up, grab hold under the leg, flex the foot, push the foot out, hold it there. Now if you can't do this, don't worry, you can always just do it for a couple of breaths. I'm doing 5. And then we're bringing it in and taking it down. So this is done to work on our stomach muscles. So let's try the other side. So tighten up the leg that we're going to stand on, pull the stomach muscles in, lift the leg up, grab hold, find a point on the floor that you can look at, flex your foot, stretch it out. And bringing it back down. Give them legs a little stretch. So let's bring ourselves to the floor. So from here we're going to turn the head in, pull the shoulders in, pull the belly in, roll down, bend our knees, jump them back, and then take it down into child. So bringing yourself back down. We're going to take it into crescent moon, so that we're stretching back. And again, stretching our psoas muscle. So bringing yourself onto hands and knees, bring your foot forward. Now this back leg, if you can tuck the toes and see if you can wiggle it back a little bit. And you're just dropping your hips down. You'll feel the stretch here at the front, but also the stretch under here as well. So you can stay here if you want. You don't have to go any further than here. You may want to see if you can come and bring your hands up. And as soon as you do that, you'll feel that there's a bit more pressure into that hip there. So again, if you want, you can stay here. You also may feel the knee. If you want to, you can always pad it. You can push with the hands to take the body back, but bring the shoulders down, don't have them up by your shoulders. And then if you keep it with your right leg, you keep your right hand on, you might be able to lift the left hand up and you'll feel that stretch reaching up. If you then can, take the other hand up and reach it back. And then we're bringing it down, and we're going to change sides. So bring the foot in, take that back leg back again if you can, Let the hips drop. Just get used to it. Remember, we're just letting the body know what we're going to do. Moving slowly. Bringing the hands up. Just making sure that the body feels okay here. Lifting the one arm. Lifting the two arms. And then we're bringing it down. So we're going to do one more on each side, and we'll take ourselves to wherever we felt comfortable that last time. And bring it down. Last one. So dropping that knee. And bringing it down. Let's push back to child. And then bring yourself back. Sit yourself down on your bum. We're going to go into a forward bend. Bring the toes back. Make sure that the toes are backward and not pointing. Keeping the back straight. It doesn't matter if you don't go all the way down. We're just going to try and keep the back straight. Grab on your legs anywhere you can. So either above the knees or below the knees. Pull the shoulders back and down. Tuck the belly in. Pull the toes back. Breathe out. Try and bring the belly down. But try and keep that back nice and straight. Don't go into a bend. You don't have to drop your head because it'll help. It may pull you in. So just tuck the head in. And then bringing it back up. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go forward again. So we're placing our hands anywhere we feel comfortable. The shoulders come down, push the elbows down, pull the toes back, pull the belly in, breathe out, come forward. Keep that chin tucked in, keep that back nice and straight. And then bringing it back up again. So from here we're taking our hands down, we're going to take ourselves onto our back. Bend your knees, roll yourself down onto your back. So we're going to work our stomach, but we're going to work our legs. Now if you want, you can grab hold of the mat. You're going to take the legs down. You can do this one at a time. In fact, we'll do it one at a time, and then on both sides, and then we'll do 5. So we're going to do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. So you're bringing the legs in towards your bum, you're lifting up, and you're breathing out to bring it down. Breathing in, flexing the foot, breathing out. 2, 3, we'll do 5, and then we can do 5, 4. 4, 5, So if you wanted to do it together, you'd bring the legs in together, you'd lift them up, you'd bring them down, but you're watching that lower back. 1. If you want to do it single, you can. 2. 3. 4. Last one. 5. So we're going to take in the opposite direction, and again we'll do 5 single and then 5 together. So with this, you're bringing the foot up, bending it in, running the toes along the floor until it's straight. Lifting it up, run it along the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. 2. 3. 4. Our last one now. On single. 5. So if you wanted to do it double, you can. 1. 2. 3. 4. Last one. 5. And have a rest. Feel it right through the belly. So let me just check. Maybe I'll go straight into the next one. So we're going to go into plough. Now I'll show you how to get into it from the floor, and then I will show you by a wall. If you haven't got a wall, don't worry about it. Just see how well you can do with just bringing it into this. So with this, now if you haven't got a wall, you can always as well go into bridge. So you can take it up into this position and you can stay there. So if you haven't got anything, you can't do the full one, just bring it into bridge, okay? So to get into plough, starting off in corpse pose, you're bringing the feet in and then you're lifting your bum and grabbing hold of it, walking the feet and bringing the feet out so that they come over the top of your head. They want to end up on the floor at the top of you. I'm going to pull down in a second. When you're coming out, bring yourself back down. Don't let yourself drop. So let me move up this way so you can see where my feet are. So same thing. You're lifting, grabbing, the feet come down. You're holding it there. Now, like I said, if you've got a wall, if you can't get your bum off, you're doing the bridge from here, so you're pushing up and then grabbing underneath, and then you can bring your foot over. You can bring your foot over. Now you can put a chair or a buffet or blocks, anything under there, if you feel you can get both over but they won't go down. Then you can always put something underneath to hold the legs in this position, hold it up, put it on a chair. Same thing, take your time coming back out. So now with that, it's stretching the body in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go into it one more time. So choosing your position wherever you feel. So we're going to take it into that position now. Just letting the body relax. See where you can breathe. But what you'll notice is my spine is perfectly straight. No stress on my lower back whatsoever. It might be that you feel a bit with your boobs in the way. They might kind of get up and they're kind of like, oh, I can't breathe. But breathe into your back. That's where most of the lungs are anyway. And you'll find it's much easier if you think about breathing into your back than trying to breathe into your chest. So we're going to bring ourselves out. We're going to protect our spine. And we're going to roll ourselves down. Now from here, because we've had our chin pulled in, we've got to take it the other way round into fish. You're pushing with your elbows, holding onto your bum, lifting up, stretching the chest, letting the head drop back, letting the arms open. Oh, let me move my hairband that way. It's really hurting my head. And this opens the chest up, so it pulls everything back from the way we've just been doing. And it's always good to do this if you're doing a headstand or plough or shoulder stand. Anything where your boobs are underneath your chin. And then if we bring our head back out. So we're going to bring ourselves into our relaxation position, whichever that one is for you. So your legs can be straight in corpse, they can be bent, they can be together, as long as they're not causing any trouble in your lower back and everything feels nice and relaxed. Again, if you want, you can place your hands on your chest and your belly, always starting with the breath out. And then trying to fill the lungs from the bottom to the top as you breathe out from the top to the bottom. And just letting your body relax down, letting your mind relax. Now I want you just to let all the thoughts come into your head. So any thought comes in, just let it come in. Just go, oh, okay, why is that thought coming? No worries, I'll remember that. And then imagine that you're blowing a balloon and they're all floating. As they float in, just acknowledge them, go, okay, and blow it. Let the next thought come in. Let it play around in there for a few minutes. Then acknowledge it, remember it, and blow it away. And so let the body relax. Make sure the feet are relaxed, the arms. And you've got to move around. Find that sweet spot where it's nice and relaxed. Do that, make sure that you feel nice. Nothing is straining, nothing is tense, nothing is tight. We're going to start to move our toes, with our fingers, and our shoulders, and our head. If our legs are bent, as we stretch our arms up, stretch the legs out. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let the body relax. Big breath in again, stretching one arm, and then the other, and then breathe out. Pull the knees up towards the chest, and roll it round in a circle. And then take it round to the other side. And bring it over onto your side. Just stay here. And then bringing yourself up to seated. Thank you for joining me. Next week it'll be recorded and it'll probably go on at about, or I'll send it to you through email or put it onto the group chat at about 8 o'clock when I get home from work. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow evening for, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow evening for the fitness yoga at 6:30. Okay, bye-bye.